it butterfly or is it okay? So it goes one under, one over.
You got the lock, right?
How do you tie this off again?
You're supposed to lock it down.
Did you bring in the key?
No? Did you?
I won't think about it. Well.
Okay, just get it real tight. All right. All right. Okay. All right. What's up, nerds? Welcome to
going on,
another
guys?
episode of Nerdy Entertainment Syndicate podcast.
Your host Drew and Los.
What's up? We're coming to you from my basement tonight where Los was just chaining me down because of the supermoon. I don't want to turn and get loose.
Have you seen the show? God, what's that show? Penny Dreadful
Penny Dreadful? No, I haven't seen it yet.
or something.
Similar
It's very similar
to what happens to me on
to what's going on right now.
supermoons.
Yeah.
Happy supermoon, guys.
If you've not heard about that, just go outside and check out the moon.
Well, probably not by the time you're listening
That's
to
very
this. It'll be tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
or the next day.
What up, guys?
What's happening?
What's new with you, Drew?
Actually, not much. It's been a lot of schoolwork. Just watching trailers, all these new trailers and stuff that's dropping, all the news.
Yeah, it's been slow goes for about a month now.
Tidbits here and there, just little bits and pieces.
Because I mean,
something
let's
here,
be honest,
something there.
Blockbuster summer's over,
Yeah.
Halloween's over, so most of the scary movies are done. So
Next, yeah.
everything's just gearing up for a holiday weekend. So we're gonna see releases of DVDs, Blu-ray, special edition, blah blah blah, all geared towards the holiday sales.
Yeah, speaking of just tomorrow or today or the 15th of November, the Suicide Squad is going to be released digitally, but on Blu-ray
Blu-rays
with another
till
month,
December. Jesus, yeah.
So yeah, we're going to start seeing all those extra footage and stuff and behind the scenes popping up on YouTube,
Mhm.
which I've already seen clips popping up, but I'm
Oh,
not
like-
watching that yet.
Okay,
So
I
I'll
ha-
wait till I get the Blu-ray.
The only thing I've seen is just Margot talking about working with Leto.
Working with Leto. I
Mhm.
saw a video about that. I'm not watching anything. Wait till I
Mhm.
get it on Blu-ray. I'm not a fan of getting them on digital. I bought the Batman v Superman when it came out on digital, like the weeks before the DVD
Mhm.
release, and I wasn't happy with it because I got it on my Xbox One, and then watching it.
You didn't get the special.
Yeah, for one, on the Xbox it didn't come with the extra features. My brother bought it on iTunes, so I had to borrow his account and watch the special features on iTunes. But watching it on my Xbox, I would get buffering, so I wouldn't get the full like 720 or 1080p resolution, and it would buffer. And twice during the movie, like it completely stopped and said like no, like it stopped for whatever reason, like no service, something or other. But it's like I'm not a fan of this digital business. I'm old school.
That's garbage.
I'm old school. I want to have my physical copy in my hands. I still buy CDs. I don't know if you still do that, but listening to music, I still buy CDs to support the bands that I listen to and stuff, so I buy that. So I'm going to wait till Suicide Squad comes out on Blu-ray next month in December.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I said, it's gonna be slow for news, comic book stuff going on. But we saw release a few trailers.
Yeah, with some few trailers that come out. The one I've been obsessed with, though, the Wonder Woman trailer that came out last week.
With
absolutely amazing.
the Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah, it came out to release the day of the Doctor Strange premiere on the Thursday, and it played ahead of the Doctor Strange movie.
Great trailer.
Amazing.
The fight scenes already look cool.
Which is the trend with these DC movies. These trailers look amazing every
But
time.
will it translate good into the
But
movie?
then will it come out to be that good of a movie?
Yeah.
But I'm always with these DC movies optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that trailer was amazing. I love the music of it. I love the more like to the story beat of it. Like you kind of get to see what it's all about. And it looks amazing. The special effects, the Gal Gadot fight scenes, and just it looks amazing. But still, like
The choreographed fight scenes and what DC is doing is amazing, man.
yeah, I
I don't
love.
know if they're using the
these-
same team unit to choreograph all the fights, but they're amazing.
Possibly, it's a new director. Maybe she's borrowing some of Zack Snyder's guys, but
Mhm.
I don't think they were filming. Or they had started. Maybe there was a little overlap with the Justice League, so who knows if like the same crew worked on each movie a bit here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so excited for this movie. Gal Gadot looks amazing. It's just like watching her in this trailer. Like, I can't picture anybody else being Wonder Woman anymore. And it's so quick and so soon for her to make the stamp as this character like that.
Yeah.
Overall, amazing trailer. So much fun to watch, and
Mhm.
so cool to see Gal Gadot in action, looking awesome. What did you think of it?
Just shows that there's the fight scenes is what draws me to it. It already looks like a good movie. We haven't really said anything negatively about it,
Mm-mm.
so it's gonna draw me to it for sure. But like I said, we'll see how it translates to the actual movie.
One thing I like about it, which I know will probably be ruined in the
Mhm.
next trailer or second trailer, is how right now they showed two characters that could be the villains, but we don't know what characters they are. Like rumored for such a long time, Ares, the god of war,
Mhm.
and but we don't see if he transform into this type of god type figure or like. But I'm sure. I mean, the way trailer trends have been, it's just like they'll reveal it in the next one, or we'll see the big bad in the next
The
one.
movie
So,
will be
yeah.
completely destroyed in the trailers.
Still cautiously optimistic.
But anyways, so that was a good trailer.
Very,
And
very
let's
good.
stick to trailers. Ghost in the Shell trailer was released this week.
That looks pretty cool.
It looked amazing.
Again, we talked about this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd never seen, but watching this trailer, like, oh, I really want to go back and watch the anime now. But there's like a series of those animes, right?
Correct. Some of them are years apart, but it's a good show.
Do you happen to know what this one is based off of? Like what anime this movie is going to be based off of?
No,
What,
no. What storyline?
if
No.
it's a specific series or episode or something
Mm-mm.
like that? No. But it looks really cool.
I'm sure I can research it and find the script on it, and yeah, it's gonna be based on it. But nah,
Because
they usually are. All movies are based on a comic that they have,
previous
a
manga or
storyline.
comic
Mhm.
or some existing story.
And this goes
already.
with every X-Men movie that's been out there.
That's true.
Almost, let's say 90%, all based on something to go on. So
Yeah, what they take is the existing source material and they just kind of adapt it for
correct.
movie purposes. Yeah.
But anyways, it looked amazing. It reminded me of Blade Runner with the cinematography, the colors, just the future
Very
aspect.
dark. Yeah, it was dark. The blues,
Mhm.
hues, and yeah, I'm just curious overall about it. Like,
But so far, they're they're staying pretty true to the manga. I'm sorry, to the anime, where the characters look and everything like that, with all robotic prosthetics and stuff like that.
because I saw like kind of shot by or side by side shots of like the anime and the movie trailer. It's like I want to know what
Very similar.
anime or what episode that is. Or whatever.
And what it is that all the things you see on people, it's like the future where you get prosthetics. And the guy's like, oh, I don't want to have regular eyes. I want to have prosthetic, robotic eyes. And that's why you see that guy with like the
with
lenses. He just has, like, it helps him shoot better. That type of deal.
okay,
People do that to their one arm or two. It's just the way it is. So it's pretty cool.
that's gonna be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. What else we got?
Beauty and the Beast trailer?
That came out today. That was
Not bad. I mean, I'll probably see it. I don't know about theaters, maybe bootleg or DVD or something like that.
I
But
was
then-
whelmed.
But
by
then
it.
I have a
mean,
family, so they might be like, "Yeah, let's go."
Go see it.
And I'll
Yeah, take your daughter.
Exactly. But you're pretty dead on with that comment you said earlier before we started about the CGI. Very noticeable.
Yeah, for one thing, granted, I mean the Beast is going to be CGI along
Mhm.
with all the dinnerware and the clock and the candlestick. But for some reason, just the trailer. I don't know if it's kind of like that unfinished work that's not.
Which happens a
in the
lot
movie.
where they'll put a trailer out before the movie.
But watching it, the CG stood out a lot to me, as opposed to all these other Marvel, fantastic,
It's
Doctor
not
Strange
quite as
is
polished.
yeah, it's just like, oh, this is very CGI. I could tell in the Beast's face how CGI it is.
Mhm.
And it's cool. It looks pretty cool. Like Luke Evans playing Gaston.
Mhm.
That'd be cool to see him in what's his face?
Villainous role.
Yeah, so that's cool. That was a nice trailer.
Mhm.
I was just whelmed by it.
I was like, I was just more watching it because, like, oh, let's see how it looks, because of course I've seen the cartoon.
Out of all these remakes that they're doing in live action, the only one I've seen is the barely live action would be the Jungle Book. This is all CG, which
Mhm.
is the one live action character.
Jungle Book, and then it had Cinderella.
There was
I know.
Cinderella. There was the Maleficent. There's this one. Was there another one? I heard they're going to be doing Little Mermaid too, a live action reboot. Aladdin live action reboot.
Ooh.
Actually directed by Guy Ritchie too.
Aladdin.
Yeah. So that's going
That
to
could
be
be
interesting.
interesting.
That'll be interesting.
I can't wait till the
I like
crazy
his-
fight scenes.
I like his style,
Guy Ritchie is pretty out there.
but seeing that with the Aladdin remake, that's gonna be interesting. So that one I'm actually looking forward to. That one I actually might see in
I wonder if
theaters.
they're sneaking some cursing because his movies.
He's all gangstered out.
Yeah,
Aladdin.
like what, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. That's what it pops in my
Snatch.
head. Yeah,
Oh man,
Snatch was so out there.
that was a really good movie.
It
I mean,
It was, but it was out there with the scenes.
with the characters and the situations that they were in
Yeah.
and got into. It
God,
was
what's
really
that
good.
actor's name?
Which one? The Jason
main-
Statham.
Yeah,
Brad Pitt was in there playing
Uh-huh.
the gypsy. Vinny Jones, like his guy in all his movies.
but it's funny. It's good. What else? Any other? Valerian.
Valerian trailer. That looks really cool.
I've never heard of it before, until I saw the trailer. I was like,
It-
oh, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I guess
being
it's
a book
based,
or anything.
it's based on a graphic novel called Valerian and Lorelei.
Mm-hmm.
It's a series of graphic novels. Came out 70s, maybe early 70s or before,
Mm-hmm.
where actually a lot of Star Wars and like a lot of sci-fi stuff took inspiration from. But this trailer looks pretty cool. It's from Luc Besson,
Mm-hmm.
director who did Fifth Element. So
That's
this
right.
This is getting a lot of comparisons to. This is
Mhm.
like Fifth Element times 1,000. You know, it looks awesome.
It looked
It's
amazing.
very sci-fi looking. With
Still have no clue what it's about,
no idea what it's about.
but it looked amazing.
Crazy creatures, crazy action,
Mhm.
aliens, and that looks really interesting. I'm really
Mhm.
looking forward to that one.
Uh, Wonder Woman trailer.
I guess just news today came out that a possible Justice League trailer may be popping up soon. Because in 3 days from now
Uh-huh.
that we're recording this, it'll be 1 year until the release date of Justice League.
And they started recording recording.
They filmed earlier this year, and I think it's
October,
completely
Right?
wrapped.
They started
yeah.
October.
No, it's completely wrapped. Justice League
Justice League is wrapped.
is wrapped.
I thought they finished just the London part. I think they still had to do a lot.
There was a few stuff that still needed to be filmed in Iceland, and there was the last of it that I've heard with Ben Affleck and Momoa.
Uh-huh.
And then that's when the picture was released of Mira. So I think they're pretty much wrapped with it. Because
Really?
it's released in a year from now, pretty much.
Why so?
Well, you know the trend nowadays with these comic book movies where even what was the first Force Awakens trailer was over a year released, a little teaser. So we might see a teaser, not a full-length trailer. I mean, we already have that footage that came out at Comic-Con.
True.
That's something, but
Mhm.
that I'm like looking forward to see.
All right.
Because I've heard it's a lot of the Zack Snyderisms
Uh-huh.
style kind of got toned down a bit. So we'll see how this movie plays out. Because this DC business in the movies has been very controversial.
critic-wise,
Fan-
or fan criticize
There's been a fan outcry.
with criticizing.
I mean,
I'm gonna put it that way. With criticizing,
Yeah.
and if the movie's being good or not. But when we talk about wallet-wise, money-wise, they've been making money.
They're bringing in the bucks.
But whatever.
Yeah.
I can't wait. That is amazing cast and everything. So I can't wait to see at least something on that.
Yeah, there was that little kind of behind the scenes footage.
Mhm.
Remember that came out? That
Mhm.
looked like they were just having fun on it, especially like Ezra Miller as the Flash and all that stuff. That's-
Which
Really
he's
cool.
also having drama with,
Yeah,
production-wise, not Ezra or anything like that.
yeah, because what we reported last time, the director leaving and still not having another director on board.
Right.
He's kind of
Nothing's
sad
lined
about
up,
the
yeah.
situation and like he's positive it'll work out. So.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
well, I mean, hopefully I don't know, maybe they release something from the movie and people get more enticed, like, oh, I want to see this more, or not people, but directors, someone who could have passion to do something like this.
Yeah, probably.
Someone needs to step up. That's what it's gonna come down to. Someone needs to step up.
I'm sure Warner Brothers is looking out there,
Mhm.
really fishing for somebody right now.
But so I finally got to see Doctor Strange.
Finally,
Finally.
how'd you like it?
But first of all, I want to talk about what I hate about it.
Okay.
The villain. He
The-
didn't really have time to grow or show anything.
Yeah, it's the typical Marvel movie villain. Where
Or
it's-
even so, in some cool, you get to really know
yeah.
stuff, but not.
I mean, I feel he was a bit wasted, especially the actor Mads Mikkelsen, who's an
Yeah.
amazing actor. He brings he's
Passion.
gravitas, that heaviness, and he's an amazing actor. He just
Like I liked the scenes when he was talking. It's like, oh hell yeah, that was cool.
He just did his Marvel movie villain role, very just kind of. He's just there to move the.
But he didn't die, so we have that.
Didn't he get?
He got sucked in.
Well, what were they
Spoiler
transformed
alert.
into? Yeah, we're going spoiler talk on Doctor Strange here. So.
I have no idea what the whole.
Because they turned into like shriveled up.
It almost looked like they were burnt, kind of.
Yeah,
but
and then they were sucked up into the time.
To Dormammu's world.
Yeah,
but they didn't die. So we have that.
Uh-huh.
And what's the other dude? Moro?
Mordo. Yeah.
What I'm excited is that we're gonna we see how Mordo is, and we get to see grow with him as a villain.
Yeah, so that's what they're leading to. Because originally Mordo is a villain, right? And in this movie, he was kind of paired up as a kind of not sidekick, but
and you can relate to him. That's the thing. You can relate to his ideas.
Yeah, because he believed in what the Ancient One was doing and her, her teachings and stuff.
Correct.
But then finding out that she had that ulterior motive or what she
felt
was
betrayed.
Yeah.
You understood it. You know what I mean?
So that was one really good part of the story, how it set him up. Now we know, people who know he is the villain in previous in the lore.
And you can attach, and that's perfect. And I wish they would do that to every villain. I know you can't. I mean, for maybe to make it longer, you have to do it. But what I would like to use is Spider-Man. For Spider-Man 2 with Dr. Octavius.
Okay.
You connected with Dr. Octavius because you got to see him being happy and friendly, and then he turned...
Because, he was a mentor to Peter. At first, he was this instructor, and he had his purpose of the science and
so you
discovery.
See it, so you're like, cool. And then he turns into Dr. Otto and Doc Ock, and you're like, oh, geez. So there was at least slight connection to it. You know what I mean?
But going back to your thing with... I don't even know, what was it, Calcius or something?
Mm-hmm.
Calcium chloride, whatever. That villain that Mads Mikkelsen played, him like being sucked. Yeah, we don't have a definitive him being dead, but the whole Mordo storyline kind of takes over that. Like, I don't think we're gonna see this villain anymore. It's all gonna be Mordo kind of from here on.
I think Mordo, if they're gonna do a Doctor Strange 3, maybe put him as Doctor Strange. Like, continue to use him to grow as a villain.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's going to be in a sequel, part 2, and then
maybe,
who knows where
like, stretch him out to 3. Like, maybe have a hand in 2, but 3 is the definitive conclusion. Of
kind of what they kind of did with Loki. How he's still around. He's still in, doing his bad stuff in a couple movies here and there, but not being maybe the central villain, the third one or the second one, something like that. But
so that was the negative just on that. It's like, he really had no room. Like, literally had no room to grow, and that was really my whole peeve with that movie, which is that part.
Yeah.
But seeing Dormammu in that aspect, that was pretty cool. Seeing his world, the visuals, amazing.
The visuals were amazing,
and I saw it on IMAX 3D.
Nice.
God, triple Blu-ray. I probably need to buy a 4K or 4K HD DVD, TV,
virtual reality by the time it comes out.
Extremely enhancing it just to make it like amazing. But it was cool. I enjoyed how they're training. I enjoyed how
that's one thing. One of my dislikes about it was the whole. I don't know if I just missed it, but I didn't pick up on a time span of from when he was all his teachings. How quick he became all of a sudden the Sorcerer Supreme.
Definitely. It wasn't like an overnight thing. It was hinted that it was. For whatever time it was, but it was a long time.
I didn't pick up on any time span. Like, he shaved. He's got the nice goatee. Mm-hmm. He's getting stronger. He's doing all these reading with the astral plane while he's asleep. But there was no definitive time span, and no real other than him being sent off into the Everest and then having it to, what is that little portal way back
with the sling ring?
Yeah, with the sling ring, make his way back. That seemed like the only challenge he had to do. Other than just being taught how to fight and conjure up weapons, so that was my one gripe about it. We don't see
more specific
training, more of a at least specific time span and more challenges to see him struggling and to see him overcome these things into him becoming the Sorcerer Supreme that he's supposed to be. And my other negative gripe about it was them killing off the Ancient One. She was awesome. She would have been awesome to have around even longer. Also, along with that growth of Doctor Strange, to have them being, more of a connection, more of a mentor teacher, mentor student type of relationship for maybe longer throughout the movie, maybe even the second movie, still teaching, still training, still learning, to that when we do lose her, there's more of an emotional loss.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, this is
a little too rushed.
Yeah, this little pacing's a little quick with this. It's like, there was really no connection with her. I loved her. She was awesome. She was funny.
She was dope with powers and everything.
And yeah, her fighting and all that stuff. But then like she's gone. She's gone. Okay, no big deal. There was no emotional connection to that. Those were two like my big gripes about it.
As far as I agree on her. Maybe she could have had more time. As far as the whole time thing, like you can engage, I was okay with it. I mean, it's a new age montage, and didn't specifically put music to it, but that's what essentially was what he did. It was a montage of time, doing his training, this and that.
Yeah.
But I thought it was pretty cool how this, like I said, how magical displayed.
It was fun to
with
watch.
The
That was
signaling
really cool.
and seeing the little signs and everything. That was pretty cool. Besides that, though, great as Doctor Strange. I had enjoyed watching him. Enjoyed the fight scenes were awesome. Cinematography was amazing. The whole thing with Dormammu was amazing.
That was cool, and that was smart. The way he the whole time loop was like.
Yeah, he didn't defeat him. He just outwitted him, which is very, very Hellblazer like.
Yeah.
If you picked that up, I was like, well, and I like how Dormammu just kept on killing him and killing him and killing him, and honestly, he could have killed him maybe 100 times. We just don't know.
Eternally, just infinite loop.
He could have done it for 1,000.
And that was like another thing of like, okay, you see him start off as a cocky guy, like the whole, cocky neurosurgeon, best to best. And then for him to down in the dumps after losing the ability of his hands and, turning on his best friend, that girl, that doctor, and kind of being selfish and going off to just want to try to fix his hands. Or the whole thing at the end where he outwitted the Dormammu. And at the same time is sacrificing himself for eternity.
Yep.
Until Dormammu pretty much is like, okay, all right. Because Dormammu's not going to advance in his taking over the world because he's stuck in this time loop.
Right.
But that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was cool. It was come to bargain. Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Yep.
Just over and over, just getting killed. That was fun.
So that was
really cool. That was smart. The special effects were awesome. I liked also that one little bit just in, was it Tokyo or Japan?
Mm-hmm.
Where
the reversing
he reversing time and
that
fighting through
cool.
that and like unfreezing or
Jesus, I can't
really
even
cool.
like wrap my mind on how you choreograph all this and
That
work it out. And even
awesome.
though it's CG, just to work it out, I was like, I'm glad I'm not that person. Because even when they're fighting in New York, the way things are spinning and moving and contouring,
the kaleidoscope of the city, the way they're running through. Another one of my little gripes, just a little gripe about that was funny, but he's got the cape of levitation.
Uh-huh.
Why is he running through all this kaleidoscope of stuff? Can he just kind of like float and let all this stuff happen around him while he's fighting? Because he wasn't
controlling it.
But that was just like a small little gripe of like he's got this cape that helped him out during that first fight, but now it's not coming in handy. That was just a small little dumb gripe, but it was cool. Like the kaleidoscope of the city, it was visuals awesome. That was cool. That's one of I want to see it in IMAX 3D though.
Yeah, it was pretty cool
to see the visuals because I heard it expands into the full screen once it gets into that big stuff, right?
Yeah,
that crazy, funky stuff. That's awesome.
So it looked amazing, looked cool. The cameo at the end of having Thor.
That was awesome.
I was like, oh, he's gonna be in Ragnarok. Yes.
And then that little joke of him, like, what was he drinking, tea or?
Yeah, I was like, I'm not a tea drinker. He just has beer.
He just chugs it and then refills.
Yeah. So it's something like, honestly, I bet you this movie is a span of a year. From like beginning to it, so like a year.
I'm gonna watch it again because I want to see it in IMAX. I'll pay a little closer attention to see where this time spent. Because there was when he went back to the hospital after he's injured in New York, where she's like, "Where have you been?" But there's really no specific. No. He could have been gone for a week, and then she's like, "Where have you been?"
Yeah, because and then you think about it, because he has a surgery, and then he recovers from surgery, and surgery takes months of recovery. So honestly, I think I want to say this movie was a span of 2 years.
It's possible, but that's not something that's kind of like laid
out
specifically.
And they're not.
That, for really, some reason, that just like that, I know.
And they're not going to be like, this really took 2 years, because really doesn't hurt the story to it.
At the same time, you couldn't. How many movies have done this where just something on screen real quick 1 year later or 6 months later? It's like, I mean, that would have helped out a lot of people. I'm sure I'm not the only one.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, it is a good movie.
Yeah.
I do recommend to go
Another
see
movie
it.
I'm gonna own on Blu-ray DVD, so that's cool.
And I am going to go watch it again. So it is a good movie. Go watch it. It's just, typical gripes that we have with every movie.
Just
But-
criticize it, but we're still giving it its props that it deserves. So it's just a little retarded criticism we're giving it. Besides the villain one, that's a big one.
Which one?
The villain thing.
The villain thing.
But besides that, though, everything was great.
Yeah, before seeing the movie, I had heard about that. It's like it's the typical Marvel villain issue where it's not, he's there to serve the purpose of the movie, and it's no big deal.
It's like building to the
he's
bigger
got-
arc.
Yeah, I mean, because Marvel has this thing they're putting together of this whole universe.
So small
building
puzzles
and-
into the bigger picture, which is
Yeah.
cool, but I like having big pictures and little puzzles.
At the same time, we all know we go to see these movies. We have the superheroes and the villains. We know the superheroes are never going to lose.
Yeah.
So we can complain about that about
Mhm.
every single superhero movie.
Talking about movies, Deadpool and the Guardians, I guess, had a little swap.
Did you read about this?
Yeah. So it was mostly about Fox and Marvel
Uh-huh.
swapping or trading characters so they can use. And Fox traded the character Ego to Marvel so they can use the, what is it, Negasonic or
Negasonic.
Negasonic
Teenage Warhead.
Teenage Warhead.
Oh, so, okay. Marvel wanted Negasonic.
No. Fox. Yeah, Marvel. No,
Marvel
Fox,
has Ego.
Fox has Ego. Marvel had Negasonic.
And Marvel has Ego because he's Guardians of the Galaxy. That's a Marvel picture.
No. Fox had Ego. Fox has the right to Ego.
Oh, so this isn't actually something that's going to happen. This is something that did happen?
Yeah, it already happened. So this is coming out because Ego is going to be in the new Guardians of the Galaxy.
Uh-huh.
He's a big planet that
Yeah.
can talk. So Guardians of the Galaxy wanted to use Ego, so Fox did a deal. So we're like, hey, we'll let you use Ego. Let us use Negasonic.
Interesting.
So, because Fox doesn't have that many mutants, and stuff like
But
that.
I thought Deadpool had used Negasonic because Fox didn't have, Fox didn't have this character. Because isn't she a relatively new character?
Because Deadpool's a Fox movie.
Mm-hmm.
Deadpool's Fox. So.
Well, this is all confusing. I didn't actually read up on this.
So, do you understand what's going on now?
Yeah, I had it backwards. I thought this was something that's going to happen.
No, it's already happened.
But that's-
it just came out more like, oh, that because they were saying they were going to be swapping and stuff like that with the whole Spider-Man thing.
Oh, I thought this would have been bigger news when it happened before.
No, it's just something, no big deal. It's just like character
no big
swap.
deal.
Because that's how it works. They have characters and stuff like that. Like Fox lost Ghost Rider. They lost God, what did they lose? They lost Ghost Rider. Who was it? Daredevil.
Fox?
Yeah.
They lost them already?
Yeah, the Fox doesn't own Ghost Rider or Daredevil. That's why they're on Netflix.
Well, Netflix, it's a different Ghost Rider, isn't it? Isn't that how they're getting away with? I mean, not Netflix. The Agents of Shield.
Still using the word Ghost Rider.
Oh, I did not know that.
So
I thought it would have been more a big deal, like the way the Sony Marvel thing was with Spider-Man.
I think with the Ghost Rider sales, I think Fox is like, yeah. So, but either way, that's what it is. It wasn't nothing too crazy.
Oh, okay, I thought this was bigger news.
No.
Oh, whatever.
And then Inhumans gonna be on an ABC.
So I guess they're finally getting, because I thought this was like
I thought it was
a
just
dead deal too.
Yeah.
It's like,
So this it's even more interesting that it's gonna be on ABC.
yeah, how it's not going to be on like a Netflix, one of their Netflix shows.
So I wonder how this is gonna pan out. This is definitely strange,
But what's even like more strange is the whole, I guess, kind of like the premiere type episode is going to be a movie that's going to be in IMAX for 2 weeks, and this is going to be filmed all in IMAX.
And specifically IMAX. So that's a pretty good
That's a big
introduction
deal.
to the show,
Yeah, for something which I am not familiar with the Inhumans, other than what you've told me over these last few months and episodes.
Just consider them space mutants, space X-Men.
But I didn't know they had at least a big enough following to do something like this. We're like, hey, we're gonna make this premiere
And there's already
episode
Inhumans in this. Like I don't know how. Like it's just weird. I don't know.
in the Agents of Shield.
Yeah.
Right?
So I don't know what's gonna go on.
It was the Earthquake girl,
Yeah.
Daisy or whatever. She's an Inhuman.
Yeah. So I don't know. Either way.
But then yeah, so then instead of being on Netflix, they're ordering the series to ABC.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know what's going on there.
So I
if,
wonder-
if it's same world, maybe different universe. I don't know.
So is this are the Inhumans like a darker type X-Men where it should be on Netflix, or is it like
No, it's just,
Agents of Shield type kind of family
just
stuff
I don't know
to be
honest.
on ABC?
No, I don't know. Like
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. This is I don't know. And they're
Uh-huh.
using. I mean, they're going all out. They're using IMAX, and we know IMAX filming is expensive.
Yeah. So that's a surprise too.
So I don't know. I mean that this is so we just gotta wait and see what kind of information we can get out of it.
yeah, especially they're going that big on something like
Mhm.
this. Wow.
Also, I want to bring up on comic books, Darth Maul should be getting a new series. So that's pretty cool. A lot of people have been asking for this for a long time. A lot of fans. I'm a fan of Darth Maul.
Is this prequel type thing where
Don't know yet. So
Okay. Because he was killed. He was created in.
he wasn't killed in the movie. He was cut in half.
Cut in
yes, but he didn't die.
But he was cut in half.
Yeah, I know. He didn't die. He ended up getting robotic spider-like legs.
Is this on these Star Wars canons?
Yes, this is canon. This is canon. This is nothing else.
But he was created for, was it Phantom Menace, right?
Yeah.
He became super popular, but so they're getting away with like he never officially died. He was just cut in half. And
This is part of canon. It was like there's novels and stuff like that written about him already.
okay.
So
Oh.
he didn't die. It's canon, you know.
Right on. So you follow Darth
Yeah.
Maul stuff?
So and he has a brother too.
Oh, actually looking it up right now. Next Star Wars prequel comics to focus on Darth Maul. So it is going to be a prequel.
Which is gonna have him with Darth Sidious, then how he came up to be. But
Read this real quick.
that's what it should be, I believe. It's Darth Sidious.
It's a 5-issue miniseries released by Marvel. Story is developing. No exact details on what I'm reading here.
So I can't wait. So that's cool. That's something I'll give a good read.
Have you read the others?
No.
Wasn't there like a C-3PO? There was a Han
Mhm.
Solo. There was a Darth Vader one. Weren't you reading that one?
No, but
No.
I keep hearing it's good.
Okay. Because that one just finished, right?
Mm-hmm. I heard it was really good, so I might have to read that.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
That's pretty much it for me on news. I know you got two things that I haven't talked about.
Really just, I guess just the X-Men type reboot. It's kind of like the movie universe.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the producers or writers, or whoever's kind of running the show, have kind of left the option for Michael Fassbender and what's her name, Jennifer Lawrence, and who plays Xavier. I'm blanking on his name right now.
I forgot his name.
But the younger version of Xavier.
Mhm.
So they left the option for them to come back in a possible reboot type scenario.
Mhm.
Because it's kind of finishing off with Logan, this X-Men universe that started with
Yeah.
the X-Men movie in like 2000, 2001. It's been going 15, 16 years.
Mhm.
So they're considering possibly kind of rebooting this universe. And who knows like what characters they're going to be using, because there's like talks about like a New Mutants movie coming out or something, right?
Mhm.
And like this whole thing with the Deadpool and finishing up Logan, and it's like so they're working on
I
possibly
mean,
considering
it's
it.
coming. The era of the X-Men is pretty much done. It's coming to an end because Wolverine Hugh Jackman is
done with Logan.
yeah. So should usher in a new age, right?
I would think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been a diehard of the
Mhm.
X-Men universe. I like watching the movies. I enjoy this stuff, but it hasn't really affected me or grabbed me like others, like the
Mhm.
Avengers universe has. So that'd be cool. I wouldn't mind seeing this reboot, seeing
Mhm.
new actors in place, especially the X-Men universe not being so focused on Mystique, like the way the last 2-3 movies have been.
Mhm.
So that'd be something good to see. I want to like.
Focus
Because I
on
remember
X-Men
the
for-
animated series. If they're going to reuse these characters, let's focus it back on a Cyclops and Jean Grey and a new Wolverine,
Yeah.
whoever that's going to be.
So I'm cool. I'm open to it.
Yeah, so we'll see. Probably more news develops as time comes along.
You also have Dave Chappelle.
Just a quick, Dave Chappelle came back to host Saturday Night Live, and one of the good skits he did was that a Walking Dead parody with the Negan. But he started out saying like he's been asked all week if he's gonna bring back any of his old characters from his show. It's like, and then he's a fan of The Walking Dead, and kind of got into the idea, so he threw it to the clip of him coming out as Negan. And his lineup was like old characters of his.
Hilarious.
That was awesome.
That was
cool
hilarious.
to see. I don't even know their names, but the crack addict and the player haters.
Yeah.
I don't remember their names. And
the
Little
typical,
John.
typical white dude, Little John.
And the
blind or racist black guy.
Black supremacist.
Oh,
that was a cool.
funny.
It was a cool little bit to see.
Like, make America great again. He put his hat on.
Yeah.
God, that was hilarious. Dude.
It was funny to see those characters like back, because I was a huge fan of that show when it was out. So I actually did kind of miss him. Seeing him again on TV, I missed him. He's an awesome stand-up comedian.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool. That was good to see. So that's about it. I haven't done any gaming really.
I just been playing Battlefield 1
And,
multiplayer, so that's fun.
I just tried it out real quick. A little bit of time that I could.
It's
spare for
overwhelming.
video games.
It's overwhelming.
It was. Yeah, the half hour I played was.
It's cool to play with a group of people, so yeah, it's overwhelming.
Yeah, we gotta try to actually set up a
Played
time
it.
for play for sure.
We do. So
Yep.
besides that, nothing else with me, man. I haven't read anything. I haven't pulled up my pull list in a while. I think I'm 2-3 weeks behind.
Have they called you?
No, I think you have to do over a month. And
Okay.
I'll call you.
All right. On.
But that's pretty much it. You got anything else, man?
That'll do it.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. This is Lowe's.
It's Drew.
Sign, subscribe, hit us up.
Yep. All
Watch our unboxings. Thank you again. Have a good night.
See ya.